What's up, YouTube? I have another silver video for you today, and it does involve stacking silver this time. However, it's not stacking this specific coin in coin form, and I will show you why in that bag. I just have these here for an example, but these aren't backstory. These aren't actually any coins that I would ever sell if I ever got in a bind or because of hyperinflation fire insurance. These were actually my father's that he got in change as a kid. So I hang on to those. I have a separate little bag I keep them in. Stuff like that. They really should belong in like a safe somewhere. But anyway, we can go ahead and open this little bag that it came in. And it was something that I thought was interesting. It is a 1964 Kennedy ring. Now, I'm sure several of you on YouTube who collect silver and stuff like that, some of you have mixed feelings about something like this where they take and ruin pretty much a coin in order to make this. However, they made so goddamn many. They made almost 100 million of those coins in 1964. I think it was like somewhere around 78 million. Don't quote me on that because I'm not sure, but I did Google it because I was wondering if there's any nickel in this coin or if it was just silver and then 10% copper. And the reason why I looked that up is because unfortunately this ring with the 10% copper does do this to my finger when I sweat while wearing the ring. Because when I first got it in the morning, it wasn't hot enough to where I'd be sweating doing stuff outside, but then later in the day it did, and then I took it off, I don't know, around 4 p.m. and noticed that my finger was green. And for those of you who don't know, silver that contains copper, sometimes depending on how much is in there, which 10% I guess seems to be the lucky number for me, this will start to happen. And this isn't the only time this has happened with stuff that has copper in it. I used to have a copper, or not copper, a brass ball chain, you know, like the ball chains that have pins attached to them at the bank. That was in brass, and I had a little brass pendant that I wore with it. And when I took it off, after 2 weeks of wearing, I noticed all the way down on my chest there was a line like that from where it was hanging when I was wearing it, due to the copper that's in both this and brass. So that's the thing, unfortunate thing for me at least about these. I mean, does it hurt? Am I allergic? No, not really. It just makes my finger green, which I really don't care about. But anyway, so this is the ring. As you can see, it says $50 right there, and then here it says United States of America. I didn't turn the other light on. I probably should have, so you could read this a little bit better. But honestly, guys, I am a big fan of this because Kennedy was one of my favorite presidents, personally. And I also have another one coming in a few days that is made out of a Morgan dollar as well. And that one I was really not skeptical because this is a reputable dealer that I got these from, but skeptical as in, I mean, those coins now are 100 years old and people are turning them into rings. I mean, to me, granted they were never carried or circulated, I would never want to actually use a heavily circulated ring, or not ring, coin to turn into a ring like this. But as you can see, since I've been sweating, it is quite tarnished already. Well, it's still kind of shiny in there, but if I get closer, you can really see, there you go, all that tarnish. It was this color when I got it earlier today, so this tarnishes extremely fast, and that is part to do with it being only 90% silver and not 9995 silver, but even silver, as you can see, when you sweat and you're wearing it, does start to tarnish. So that is one, again, kind of unfortunate thing. But I got this in a size 9. Really, I need a size 8.5, but the reason why I got a 9 is because as I get older, my fingers are going to get fatter or bigger, so that's why I ordered a size 9. It's a little loose, but it has not fallen off today. I've been doing several things. It does seem to want to stick on my finger, even despite being, you know, a tiny bit loose, but as it starts tarnishing, it's going to get more grippy in there anyway, so that really isn't a problem for me. But as we can see, let's see if I can find the date. There it is. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get that to show on camera or not. There you go, 1964 Kennedy half dollar that was turned into a ring. Which, again, some people who stack silver don't like things like this because they're like, oh, they ruined a historical coin. But to me, if it's like a 1921 Morgan or a 1964 half dollar, I don't mind. However, if it's like a Walking Liberty half, which this company that I got this from does do Walking Liberties in 1879 and all those other 1800s Morgan dollars, I won't buy those. One, because they're more expensive, and two, because they didn't mint as many in those years. The Morgan dollar was minted, I think, about 20 million in 1921, so there's tons and tons still out there. So to own one that has been turned into a coin, to me, isn't that big of a deal. But I still do prefer coins that have been set in sterling silver frames to be used as a pendant versus actually punching a hole in the coin. And then what they do is they heat it up and bend it and stuff, and you got to be careful when you're heating it up. A member, or not a member of my family, but a very close friend to my family also makes these, but his are kind of bowed on the outside, and his that he makes are out of Morgans, 1921 Morgans, and he has admitted that when he was learning how to do it, he has ruined a couple Morgans by heating them up too much. And that, you know, I really don't want to ever try to make something like this because I don't want to run the risk of having to ruin 2 or 3 Morgans that are now worth $40 each to make a ring for myself. So that's why I went ahead and just ordered it. And again, guys, it's a nice ring. I like it. But as you can see, the inside is already starting to resemble one of these. If I can get it to show. There you go. As you can see, it's starting to change into the same color. But it does still, even this does still have that white glow. It's just not as noticeable as sterling silver because these have a little bit less silver, and the less silver you get, the less of the white glow. I mean, this is only 40% silver. This one I would never, because this seller sells for about half the price, anywhere from 1965 to 1967, which are 69, I think, because they had from those years 40% silver in them. I know a few years ago, not many people knew that you could find a bunch of these still in half-dollar rolls that you could get from banks, but pretty much now, I mean, you can still find some of those big boxes that have, you know, even these in them, but it's becoming more rare because so many people buy them, go through them, and then send them back, and then the bank sends them back to the like Brinks or wherever and re-roll them and then send them back out without any silver in them. So it's becoming more rare. But anyway, guys, that's going to be the video for today. I really enjoyed this thing. If you like the video, like, share, comment, subscribe. I will make other videos on this ring in the future once I see how much wear and tear it can withstand. Well, I'm not going to like actually be abusing this ring, but you know, just tarnish and stuff like that. But anyway, if you like the video, like, share, comment, subscribe. Anything you do helps, and I will see you in the next video.